And welcome back to the channel. We're going to go over a trade review for the trades that I took last night for the overnight session to make myself about $1,000, a little bit over $1,000. But more importantly, I'm going to break down the trade logic, the reasoning, and ultimately how you can apply these same types of strategies to your own trading. If you want to go ahead and take a look right here, you can see that on TradeZella, we're up $1,000. Some of these trades were taken during the live stream. If you had not seen the live stream or you're not familiar, I've started doing a couple Asia streams recently, and you can see all of these trades taken pretty much up to the point of this trade. This one right here was after I had gotten off, and I will break down the reasoning as to what we got going on here. So if we go ahead, hop over to Top Step right here, we can see that on this account, I'm up $486. And that's because I was initially down $300 when I had left the stream. Was able to recoup that with this pretty simple trade logic that I'll go ahead and review for you as well. So we'll just keep going through. We'll look at all the other P&Ls right here. You can see we have $500 on my top one futures account. And this was the trade logic. If you want to see it broken down in detail, listen up. I'm going to give you the sauce right here. So what I was looking for was a pretty straightforward idea. We can most easily see this on a 15-minute chart, but more importantly, the 5-minute, and I'll show you why in a second. So as you can see right here, we had this end of day consolidation on the Thursday session. This was after a massive run up overnight. Right here, the push up here consolidates, and then the New York session ran. This consolidation is essentially what I was basing my continuation trade off of. So if we go ahead and zoom into this fractal in price, you can see that there is, number one, the new day opening gap right there. We'll go ahead and annotate that. As you can see, this new day opening gap was the basis for all of my trades last night, except for the initial short that I put on a little haphazardly, if that's even a word. Put it on a little bit impromptu. I rushed it, but I easily was able to adjust, made back some of the loss, and ultimately got on sides for that bigger move later in the night. So looking at the 5-minute chart, we're going to go ahead and actually just reduce some of the candles that we see, get it down to here, pull up the 5-minute chart. This is what I was looking for. So I had seen that we were forming this initial opening range. I was able to catch along from here to here. Unfortunately, trailed it back to break even on stream in front of everybody. Got it again, made partial profits there, took one small loss, got off stream, was able to get the long here, held that new day opening gap almost to the tick, and ultimately gave me a really strong follow through afterwards. So my stop on this idea was around the 55s. It was a little bit below the new day opening gap into this consolidation. And the hold of this really did prove itself. So I didn't trail this into profit and get stopped. I didn't do any of that. I just simply waited, and I was aiming for that psychological 300. If you guys are familiar with the concept of those whole numbers when it comes to trading futures, then you'll get what I'm coming from. Like, you'll see it. The 300 is a pretty significant, I mean, happens every 100, right? You get another 100. So those levels can be areas where, you know, sellers want to sit on the bid and sit on the ask and just offer into you. But the idea is that I am essentially looking to just target that. If we see continuation above it, cool. But once we get up there, I get trailed on this candle right here, that longer wick, and I'm done. And that made me $1,000 between two different accounts. So looking at this consolidation, what you want to think is this type of structure, when it takes a long time and it has these longer pushes into it, right here and right here, those are really just serving a purpose of trying to shake people out. With a session that is so low liquidity, such as Asia, and anything overnight for that matter, these moves might need a little bit more juice. So they might need to shake you out a little bit more. That's the main idea there. So what I'm seeing with this type of price action is essentially the higher lows and then the higher highs is really what I'm looking for. The break of this consolidation really did give me that upside move. Now, I'm not going to be holding this for dear life, but essentially once I saw that we were starting to, you know, really just tighten in this upper side of the range, I did expect us to see at least something that I could profit from. 300 was more than enough for me. I had about 25 contracts between the two positions that I had on, and then some positions in my personal cash account as well. So this is what I was looking at right here. It was a high conviction trade for me. We go ahead and even pull up some of the journaling that I did on this exact trade. We'll pull it up right here. You can see, actually, where are we at? Right here. Boom. So on this trade itself, we can pull it up and you'll see in my Notion. It's a free download. I have this available for anybody to get inside the Discord. You're more than welcome to just join, either ask me for it. I'll send you the link, or, it'll be somewhere in the Discord, but that's always going to be down in the description. So free to join, free to join. I highly recommend, if you are not in the Discord, to take a minute and check it out. So getting back on topic right here, we can see, where are we at? There we are. So getting into the trade breakdown, we can see that we have some trade executions. This was the action from Asia. It's a handful of trades. It's like 5 or 6 total executions. And then this is obviously just the one. Right here to here. Not a bad move. Not a bad move at all. Risk was a little bit wider, but I did give it room. I wanted it to take its time to work its way into profit. So I'm never going to rush the trade if I don't have to. Now, what's important about this journaling process that I'm going to kind of walk you through is I keep it extremely simple. I was saying that right here, I'm looking for a reaction or a trade through the prior day high with my risk versus the new day opening gap. My initial target on this type of trade is going to be that psychological level of 300. This is something that you guys should be applying to your trading, knowing what areas might be problematic for your trade to continue at. High conviction idea, I was able to take it across multiple accounts, tighten range near the range highs as well. That's kind of something we talked about in our video breakdown right now. But this was a really solid trade. I hope you guys are able to take some info from this. As you guys saw, we did, in fact, take this on a couple accounts. And that's also due to the fact that Top One has some great deals going on right now. So it's worth checking out. Definitely pick up an account if you're interested in either the Sim Pro accounts or the instant funded accounts. These are my personal favorite. You can save 30% right now, code DTA. As always, when you're using my code with Top One Futures, you will be getting the best discounts possible. So just keep that in mind if you're in the market for a new account. And if not, then just stick around, because I have lots of free strategies that I want to share with you guys. Join the Discord, check out some streams. But hopefully you guys learned something in today's trade review. If you enjoy this type of content, leave a like. Let me know you like it. Let the algorithm, let the YouTube gods know. And until next time, I want you to trade safe and ultimately live to trade another day. Till next time.